So now at this point, there's a very exciting element of the program. So there are two track options over here for the next two periods throughout the day. There is a Chumash class, Shaarei Mos Kedoshim, taught by Mrs. Leah Bistresser. She's a fantastic teacher, which deals with topics very in-depth in a very textual way, as well as a very halachic way. And she goes through a big chunk of the Parashos Shaarei Mos Kedoshim and learns them up very thoroughly. And it's followed by the Beis Medrash period, during which Mrs. Bistresser gives out source sheets, Bar Makomos, that the students go through and learn through in the Beis Medrash in small groups together with tutors or in groups by themselves. So it's basically a two-class unit. There's the class, and then there's the Beis Medrash period, which is complementary to the class. So a student has an option to choose that text track, or at the same time, parallel, there's going to be a hashkafa track. There's going to be also two periods back-to-back, one class and one Beis Medrash, but instead of being a textual Tanakh type of a focus, it's going to be a hashkafa class. There's a few classes we have in here, Gan HaEmunah. It's possible that that's what it'll be. It's possible there's another class, Gadlus HaAdam, that we're in discussion with teachers. But you'll notice that this takes place on Sunday at 10:35, and it's really the same thing takes place on Wednesday at 10:35. Okay, so the Sunday 10:35 to 11:25, and the Wednesday 10:35 to 11:25. So those two classes are tracked. In other words, you'll have the option of choosing the text track, which is Mrs. Bistresser's Shaarei Mos Kedoshim, or the Hashkafa track, which is going to be the Hashkafa class, followed by the Hashkafa Beis Medrash. And then again on Wednesday, again the class is split. And if you'll take again on Thursday, also 10:35 to 11:25, again you have the same split, but that's just the Beis Medrash period. Okay, so you got that Sunday. You've got class and Beis Medrash, two options: text or Hashkafa. Then you've got the same Wednesday text or Hashkafa, and Thursday Beis Medrash text or Hashkafa. That's going on Sunday. Followed by that is the Tefillah class. The way we're setting up the Tefillah class, instead of ending the class at 1:15, which is when lunch begins, we're going to have the class go from 12:25 to 1:05, and we're going to incorporate Tefillas Mincha on Sundays and Tuesdays into the schedule. We thought it would be a very beautiful thing to go from a class on Tefillah, understanding the Be'er Tefillah and the Chashivas of Tefillah, and then to work it into the schedule 2 days a week, that you're able to stand up and daven Mincha coming right out of that class. We think it would be something very powerful. So that's your Tefillah class that will be on Sundays and Tuesdays, 12:25 to 1:05. The teacher is still to be announced. We're in discussions with several different teachers. And we will keep you posted. Okay, following along the schedule, on Sunday, you've got lunchtime then from 1:15 until 3:15. Okay, now, just a word about the classes. The way that the classes are going to be set up for this coming year, the morning classes for Shaarei Chen are going to be taking place in the Tomer Dvorah facilities. In other words, we're going to be using the classroom in the Tomer Dvorah building for the classes in the morning. Just scheduling-wise and teachers-wise, that's the way that it works out. The afternoon classes are going to be taking place in the Shaarei Chen facilities. Basically, the place where everybody is sitting here is most likely going to be turned into a classroom or a sitting room. Don't worry, there's plenty of other places to sit. You haven't seen the upstairs or downstairs or the downstairs below the downstairs. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of... Don't worry, it all works out. Don't worry. So the afternoon classes will be taking place. The afternoon classes will be taking place in the Shaarei Chen, building itself. So that means that you won't have to leave the dorms once you're coming here during lunchtime. So then the rest of the day will remain. So let's just go through 3:15 to 4:05 is Hilchos Shabbos. It's a Hilchos Shabbos class taught by Rav Dov Lev, and it's like more advanced Hilchos Shabbos. It's after Bishul, Borer, and Muktzah, and what a lot of people learn Shana Aleph. So it's much more advanced in terms of the Melachos, the things that he gets into in Hilchos Shabbos. Okay, now following that, you'll notice on Sunday and Monday and Wednesday, there's this little block of time for about a half an hour, these times, which says Vad time with Rabbi Brussel. So what this is as follows. The whole afternoon Seder, which is going to be taking place over here. So Rabbi Brussel is going to be, as the Manal Ruchani of the program. Again, we'll talk about his role more specifically soon, but Rabbi Brussel will be here all afternoon. All throughout the afternoon classes, regardless of the teachers that are coming and going, Rabbi Brussel will be here, he'll be available, he'll be on hand to be speaking with people, and also, as you'll see scattered throughout the week, there are these small informal classes that we're calling Avad with Rabbi Brussel. Now I'm just going to pause. Rabbi Brussel is going to just speak with you for a minute about some of the ideas that he has, some of the thoughts of what he wants to put into the schedule. I'll speak later. You'll speak it afterwards? Okay, we'll speak about it afterwards. Okay, moving on, we have advanced topics in Halacha. That is a class that I teach, and it covers many advanced topics in Halacha. All sorts of things. The halachos of mezuzah and tevilas kelim and kashering utensils and yichud and all sorts of monetary halachos and ben adam l'chaveiro, all sorts of halachos, different areas, different times that we get into over the course of the year. That is the advanced topics in halacha class. Following that, from 5:30 to 6:20, you have Evan Shlema, a practical approach to the works of the Vilna Gaon. That is Rabbi Brussel, teaching a life approach based on the works of the Gra. Followed by 6:25 to 7:15, the Sefer Nefesh Chaim with Rabbi Brown. Rabbi Yosef Brown is a well-known teacher, certainly to those of you in Torah Devorah, but also in Neve and many other places. So Rabbi Brown will be teaching Nefesh Chaim to finish off your day at 7:15. That's your Sunday schedule. Okay, moving on to Monday. Monday, 8:30 to 9:20 is Sefer HaChinuch. I just literally on my way over here this afternoon got off the phone with Rabbi Cowland, Rabbi Jamie Cowland. Some of you may know who he is. So it looks like Mir Hashem he'll be taking that class, the Sefer HaChinuch class. He said it's enough that I could say it. So Mir Hashem it'll end up working out. We're just discussing on the way over. Followed by that is the class Habayis HaYehudi. Habayis HaYehudi is by Mrs. Hindi Mendelowitz. Mrs. Mendelowitz is a very well-known college teacher. She's a very close student of Rebbetzin Zahava Bronstein. Alei Shalom was herself a very famous college teacher. It deals a lot with also the hashkafos and the practical approaches to working on a marriage, understanding what is a Jewish bias supposed to be about, what are the foundations of a Jewish marriage, and how does it put into practice from principle into actuality. Again, at 10:15, you have your 20-minute break until 10:35. At 10:35, you have Rabbi Fix with Nesivas Shalom. Nesivas Shalom is a sefer from the Slanim Rebbe on the parsha. It's inyanim of Chasidus on the parsha. Following Nesivas Shalom from 11:30 to 12:20 is Nach. Mrs. Rivka Lichtman is the Nach teacher. Yay. Okay.